Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you the homeschool curriculum that we have picked for the 2020 school year for my son Miles, who's 5, who will be starting kindergarten next month. Now, I have been dreaming my whole life of homeschooling my children, and now it's finally here. My husband and I were both homeschooled growing up, so naturally we were just like, hey, we're gonna homeschool our kids. And so I can't believe it's finally here. I've been looking forward to this my whole life. And last fall, when we started preschool, the power just went out. Okay, let's try this take 2. The power just came back on. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, okay, so where were we? Last year when we started preschool, I was super overwhelmed thinking about all the different curriculums and stuff that are out there for kindergarten and just trying to figure out which would be the best fit for Miles and his learning style. And so I spent so much time watching YouTube video reviews and just studying all the different curriculums. I've had some friends that have recommended some, and I've seen a lot of other families use other ones. And so just really watching flip throughs on YouTube, trying to figure out, is this the one we want? And so I was super overwhelmed. But here in Utah, we actually have a reimbursement program. I don't know if it's through a charter school or for charter schools. I'm not sure exactly. But starting into kindergarten, we can get up to $600 in curriculum, secular curriculum, reimbursed, and you get more starting first grade, but kindergarten is really simple. And so I signed up for that so we can get this curriculum reimbursed for it. And they have where you can pick different classes. So for kindergarten, like I said, it's really simple. They have math, language arts, and then another subject that you can pick, which I chose to do science, which I'll show you here in a minute what I chose for all those classes. And so I'm really grateful that we can be part of this program because homeschooling can be really expensive. And so just having that, okay, here's your 3 classes that you pick from, really narrowed it down to what I needed to pick and really simplified it for me, and I was no longer overwhelmed. So I'm super excited to show you what I have today. And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do. Also follow me on Instagram at The Joyful Mommy. I will be posting some of our school stuff. We're planning on starting probably the first week in August. Our school doesn't officially start until I think it's like the 17th of August or something, and that's when we have to start submitting our weekly learning logs for the reimbursement program because they want to keep on top and make sure that you're actually teaching your kids. But I think we're going to start the first week of August and just kind of do a little bit of review, kind of ease into it, and then start these subjects here. I think it's like the 3rd full week in August. All right, so let's go ahead and start out with math. Now, Miles, he is really good with numbers. He's really good at counting. He loves to count, and he actually taught himself to count to 100. We had an Usborne book that he just looked through, and he taught himself to count. We were just amazed at that, and he does really well. So I think he's going to do really well with math this year. So what I chose for math is Right Start Math. Now, there were 3 programs that I was trying to choose from: Right Start, Math UC, and Singapore Math, and I just kept being drawn back to the Right Start Math. It's very game-based, hands-on, teacher-intensive, and I think that's going to really be his learning style, especially with all of the games. It doesn't have a very big workbook because it's mostly through like hands-on stuff. This program comes with a very extensive manipulative package. It came in this ginormous box, and so I was trying to figure out how to organize it. So I ended up getting this. It's a photo organizer from Michael's, and so I was able to organize most of the manipulatives in there, and I used my label maker to go ahead and just label everything, so that way whatever we need for that day's lessons I can just easily pull out, and all my manipulatives are in one spot. Now, this program is pretty pricey, and they canceled all of the homeschool conventions, and so because they did that, the company that does Right Start Math was offering a 15% discount along with a free shipping, and so I was able to take advantage of that. So even though we will get reimbursed for the curriculum, I was still trying to save as much money, because if I could save money on math, then that would give me more money for other subjects. I did buy this teacher manual used. I found it on Facebook in a group, and so that saved me about $40. It's not, I mean, you can tell it's used, but it's not very I mean, it's probably going to look like, if I bought brand new, it would probably look like this towards the end of the year. Anyways, now with this big extensive curriculum and manipulatives, I will be able to use these manipulatives for the whole entire program, all through the levels that we use this program, plus for faith and if we have any more kids. So it's really a big chunk up front, but in the long run, it's going to save me money because next year all I'll have to do is buy the teacher's manual, which I'll probably get used, and then the student workbook. So I'm really excited how this math program is going to do for Miles. I just cannot wait to get started. So then for language arts, I was kind of unsure what I wanted to do, but I decided to go with the Logic of English Foundations A. Now this here is also very game-based, very teacher-intensive, and so I think Miles is going to do great with this. He knows all his letters and all of his sounds, and so this is going to be a really slow approach. Now when I bought level A, I did not realize that most people do level A and B in kindergarten. This was kind of a big chunk to put up front. So I don't know if I have enough funds to go ahead and get the level B as well. I think there's only 40 lessons in here, but it also teaches writing. You can have the options to do cursive or manuscript. I just went ahead and got manuscript for Miles, and we'll worry about cursive later on. It's really cute. I mean, it comes with a lot of games and flashcards and a lot of stuff, and so I think Miles is going to do really well with this. If he does fly through this book, then I will go ahead and get the Foundations B, but if not, we're just going to take a slow approach because I'm in no rush for him to, you know, start reading and stuff. We're just going to go at his own pace. Now, this particular program also has a lot of stuff, like I said, like flashcards and game tiles and stuff. So I went to the Dollar Tree and I bought this little container here to organize my game tiles, and then I also bought some. These are actually crayon boxes from Michael's, and I use the game flashcards in here. And then this one here is a 5x7 photo organizer, and so I just use these for the phonogram cards and the tactile cards. I'm super excited about this reading program. It actually goes through the logic of English, and I'm excited to learn this as well because, I mean, I know how to read obviously, but some of the sounds and combinations, like, I don't know, I'm going to learn so much teaching through this, and I'm super excited about it. So like I said, for our third class, I chose to do science. And so what I'm doing is I'm going to do Exploring Nature with Children. This was actually, I got this from Raising Little Shoots. I will link it down in the description box. It was a PDF file, and so I actually paid to have it printed and spiral bound. So it is just an amazing program here. It goes through week by week, and it takes you on your nature walks and nature studies and just different things. I'm just so excited about this. We live here in Utah, and we have so many hiking trails, so many beautiful places that we can go and do nature studies. We love camping, we love hiking, we love being outdoors, and so I think having a good foundation in nature and studying nature, I think is going to be really great for Miles. So the second thing that I decided we're going to be doing for science is we're going to be studying the human body. Now this was a book that I remember my younger siblings going through. By the time my parents started homeschooling, I was in 3rd grade, and so my younger brother in kindergarten started this, and then all my younger siblings did this. So I didn't actually go through this book, but I did get to see and kind of participate a little bit. And so I just thought this would be a great book because you actually lay out on like a piece of butcher paper, and then you trace around the child, and then each page in here, it, you know, has the bones and just the heart and everything, and so you get to color those and cut them out. I'm going to obviously make copies so I can reuse this, and you paste them up on your cutout life size, and so this is going to be really fun for him to do. I also have some other books from Usborne and some Pinterest stuff that I printed out, and so we'll do lots of activities studying this. This is obviously not going to be a daily thing. We'll probably just do this maybe weekly, but I'm super excited for him to just discover all the things inside of his body, and I'm just really excited about that. So our schedule is going to be, well, I mean, kind of loosely, I don't know, we're going to try this and see how it works out. But Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we're going to sit down and we're going to do our math and our language arts. And then on Thursdays and Fridays, we're going to do our nature studies and our extracurricular activities, because I work on Thursdays and I need something that Miles can do while I'm working. and I can still be hands-on with him and oversee him, but we won't be able to do like all the math games and stuff like that. So Thursdays, I got this Mind Bender by the Critical Thinking Company, and I think this book was less than $10, and it has these puzzles in here. So it's got the little grid, and it gives you a sentence about each object or character, and you try to figure out which one belongs to who. And I've done a couple of these online with Miles to just kind of test and see, like, is this something that he would enjoy? And he absolutely loved it. If you go to their website, the Critical Thinking Company, then you can go through, and they've got some online games, and that's where I got this from and found the games on there. And so I just discovered that he really enjoyed that, and this is great for critical thinking. So this is something that I can do with him on the extracurricular activity days, along with, you know, this. He can do the coloring or look at his body book or something while I'm working. So this is going to be the stuff that we do on Thursdays. And then on Fridays, my husband gets every other Friday off, so we'll probably do hiking, go on a bike ride, and do all our nature studies on those days. And I'll do extra crafts that go with our nature studies, like in the fall. I want to make some ceramic pumpkins and have him paint them, like dough pumpkins, stuff like that. And so I just think he's going to do really well with having a couple days doing our math and language arts, and then a couple days just kind of doing fun activities. So I got some games to help just reinforce some of those critical thinking skills and just something to be fun to play with. So we first of all got Race to the Treasure. We have the Count Your Chickens. They are from Peaceable Kingdom, and they're cooperative games, which is really nice because we're all working together, because Miles tends to be a little competitive. But anyways, this is a really great one. You're trying to make a path to the treasure before the ogres get there, and so this is a really good critical thinking game. I got this from, and all these games, from Rainbow Resource. The second one I got is by Smart Games, and this is Little Red Riding Hood. It comes with these puzzle pieces and a little booklet, and you have to try to figure out the path to the house, and it's just, there's different levels. It's really great. Miles has already played somewhat, and he absolutely enjoys it. I don't really have to sit down with him and help him, so this will be a great game for when I'm working, or he just needs to do something quietly while I'm in the middle of something. And then the last one I got is this game called Outfoxed. It's similar to the game Clue, but you're all working together. It's another cooperative game, and Miles just absolutely loves it. We've already played it several times. You're trying to figure out which one is the thief by the clues, and Miles just loves it. It's a great game, great family game, and he really enjoys that. So the last thing that I got was just this planner from Target. It's super simple. It's super basic. It just has each week, and then each month it just has the boxes. So this is what I'm going to use to plan out our days. And like I said, I don't know, it may work, it may not. I may have to rearrange things. Oh, one last thing I forgot to mention, what I'm so excited about. So like I said, this reimbursement program is only for secular curriculum. So for our history, we're not going to really be doing a lot, but we're going to read a lot of books. I have a giant list of books that I want us to read, but I did get some books from the YWAM Publishing. I got these Heroes for Young Readers. The illustrations in these are just absolutely beautiful. They're written in poem form, and there's 30 books in the series. I got the whole series. You can buy them each individually, but obviously you save a lot more if you buy them all as a set. Like I said, there's 30 here, so we'll probably do maybe 1 or 2 a month over the next couple years, because they're up through age 10. I think their chapter books actually start at 3rd grade. So for the next couple of years, we're going to be working through these, studying these people, and I'm super excited about Miles to learn about some of these people. And they're just beautiful illustrations, and I think they're just going to be so captivating, and I'm excited about learning about some of these as well. So then I also got these primary journals. I got them from Rainbow Resource, rainbowresource.com, I think is what it's called. Anyways, it's called a primary journal, and so each page, it just has the lines, like for young writers or younger grades, and then it has a picture up top. So I got 2 of these. One of these is going to be his daily journal. I don't know if we'll actually do it each day. Maybe we'll just do it weekly, where he'll sit down and I'll probably write it out, and then he can draw a picture. And then I got the other one for his nature journal. When we do our nature walks, we can draw a picture of what we saw, and then I can write it out, and maybe he can write out a few words. And then last but definitely not least, for our Bible study, because like I said, this is all secular, except for the YWAM books, those are Christian, but I wanted to add in a Bible study. So we're actually just going to be working through the Jesus Storybook Bible, and this has some beautiful illustrations, and it's not just, you know, the stories from start to finish. It actually has the gospel woven through each story, and it points to Jesus on the cross and just the whole point of salvation and everything. And so I found on Pinterest this website, I can link it down below. She has a bunch of activities for each lesson in here, different crafts, different baking or coloring or different things for each story. So we might take a couple stories each week and just work through those stories and crafts, so that way he's familiar with all of the Bible stories and it's got the gospel message woven through each story. So we've already read a few of these over the past year or two, but I definitely want to start at the beginning and just work through so he can learn his Bible stories. And we'll also be reading from the Bible during our morning reading time, and then we also have a devotional book that Simeon likes to read to him in the evening. I can't remember who it's by. And then the last thing I wanted to share with you that we're going to be doing kind of in our morning basket time, which will be this and the YWAM books and just a couple other books and activities and stuff that we'll do in the mornings. The other thing I want to do and work on is scripture memory. Miles went to Cubby, so he learned a lot of Bible verses. He's also learned some with his Sunday school at church. And so Simply Charlotte Mason has a video, an amazing way to help you review your verses and learn your verses for just a few minutes each morning. So I'll link her video down below. I don't actually have the box ready right now because I'm still in the process of trying to get it ready, but it's just with index cards. So I'm gonna go to the Dollar Tree and just get like a little index box card holder and put the verses on there. So check out that video if you want to figure out how you can do your scripture memory and learn your verses and actually review them. That is everything I have planned for the school year. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I plan on giving a little tour of our homeschool space whenever I can get around to filming that. I still need to kind of organize and put stuff away. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do. Also, go follow me on Instagram at The Joyful Mommy. You can see more of our school stuff on there, more of our daily life, so you can go follow me there. So don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.